Heyo, how's it going everybody? Hope anyone out there who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, my name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing myself a video game on the old internet, and tonight that video game is going to be Fate Grand Order. So we skipped FGO last weekend because I was out of town for the day, so yeah, we didn't manage to get to it then, but we're here. We're gonna keep on chugging so that we can eventually, finally, maybe, perhaps, kind of get to the next Lost Belt. But we have to make our way through the Traum interlude before we can get there. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna be able to make a little bit of progress here tonight, and then who knows, maybe at some point we'll finally be able to start up the next Lost Belt. But yeah, feeling I mean, I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling okay, honestly speaking, but I don't know. It's weird. I feel okay, but I also don't feel like great. I'm in this weird in between where I'm kind of just like, I don't know, doing all right, honestly and truly, just middle of the road, doing fine. So, hey, it's like I always say, if it can be worse, then that's a W of some kind. So we're we take those here. You know what I mean? There I feel like I keep seeing that like there's a bit of hair there that's like hanging down. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Could be starting early. Why not? Okay. So before we actually get into the game, I just wanted to mention the fact that yesterday I went and saw Toy Story 5. And what do you know? It was actually good. I was like one of maybe 3 people on the planet that was actually cautiously optimistic about it when the announcement trailers came out. And look at that. It was good. Do not ever doubt me ever again. All right? Because your boy knows when he sees good media, okay? I just do. It's a curse, really, honestly, that I can just always pick out the winners. Yeah. So like I said, the story of, you know, kids nowadays, they don't play with toys anymore. They play with phones and tablets and video games and stuff like that. So there are kids nowadays that are used to, you know, just being fed content, being fed information, being fed creativity, and not creating on their own. And I mean, like, that is most people. Most people consume media. They don't, most people don't create media. But at the very least, like, you know, I was watching Lucia one day, and she talked about some YouTubers that she watches. I don't know who they are. I don't even remember their names. But apparently they were doing some kind of challenge. And then they were playing like hide and seek or something like that. And then one of them hides. And then while he's hiding, waiting to like be found or something, he asks ChatGPT, how do I entertain myself while I'm waiting? And this is the world that like AI and you know, the generation of the iPad babies has created. This world in which, and I don't think this guy that she's talking about, I don't believe that he was an iPad baby, but like, again, AI, and then, you know, the fact that kids get phones and tablets like at such a young age now. It's like, this is the world we're creating, where people can't even have enough creativity and enough you know, mental autonomy to be able to figure out, like, what can I do to just pass the time? And so that's a major thing that's currently developing right now. Like, it's not like something that's already happened and we're looking back at it. No, it's happening right now. We could potentially still do something about it. We're probably not going to, but we could right now. If we cared, we could do something about it. And so I saw that could be what this story could end up being, and that's what it was about, which is awesome. So, everyone was so like, and here's the thing, this is why I preach having your own autonomy, being enough of your own person that you don't just like follow the opinions that everyone else espouses. Whatever the majority opinion is, you don't just automatically default to it just because it's what everyone else is saying. This is what I was talking about with Mixtape, and now I'm talking about it again with Toy Story 5. Everyone clowned on Toy Story 5 when it first came out, or when the trailers first dropped, being like, oh my god, Woody is like bald now, what the fuck? Oh my god, it should have stopped at Toy Story 3. Oh my god, this, oh my god, that, and all this other like whining and gabbing and whatnot. And I get it being like tired of the constant sequels being churned out. The franchise, everything has to be a franchise now. I get being fatigued by just seeing the same thing over and over again. However, just going off on a side tangent, whenever anything new comes out, most people don't go and see it. So, it's like, you could indicate to the people that make movies or any other type of media that you want new things by going to see new things, but you don't. You don't. You go and watch the big tentpole things that like that are familiar. Either they are literal continuations of stories that you've already seen, or they're familiar enough to things that you've already seen that you're like, yeah, I'll go and watch that. But anyway, yeah, so it's just like I forget the original tangent that I was on. Like, all I'm saying is that, like, Toy Story 5 was good, and so many people wanted to write it off immediately. That's what I was talking about. So many people wanted to write it off immediately just because, again, everyone thought that it should have ended at Toy Story 3, and low-key, sure, it should have. That would have been great if it just stopped at 3. However, if we're going to keep writing these stories, if we're going to keep making stories in this universe with these characters, then at least give us good stories. I knew that this is a story that the franchise of Toy Story should tell, and I knew that it could tell it well, and lo and behold, it did. Because also what was great about it is that it wasn't just 100% anti, tech, anti, iPads and all that sort of stuff. It could have been, but by the end, it was very much like, tech does have a use. It does have a place in this world. I mean, obviously, like, it's not going to go away, but figuring out how to use it right, how to use it well, and utilizing it to connect one another, that's the way that it should be utilized. And it can be utilized like that, but so many people just passively use it, or they use it just to, for malicious reasonings, or all that sort of stuff. And that's why obviously it gets a bad rap, because yeah, social media in and of itself, like, the tool of social media is fine. Being able to connect people from, like, across the globe, from different countries, that's awesome. But obviously then that brings with it the potential, and usually the eventuality, that those people that some people that connect to one another are not gonna like each other. And it would be the same if you just stayed, you know, within your own little, like, area, your own little village or group or town or whatever. Like, most people you'll get along with, but some people you probably don't. You know, it's like being at school. You know, most people you probably get along with, or you just don't even pay them any mind. One or two people you probably think are utter jerks, but you know, that's just how it works out. So then when you now extrapolate that out to connecting with the entire world, it's it's that, but now on a much larger scale. But yeah, Toy Story 5 walked a fine line and was like, you know, yeah, there's the potential for this to happen, but there's also the potential for some real good things to happen. So I like that it took that more balanced approach, but, you know, while definitely espousing that, like, hey, you know, old school, you know, toys and play, and, you know, allowing your creativity to actually flourish rather than just passively consuming content. You know, that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, it was good. It was a good time. I enjoyed it, and I would recommend other folks to check it out. If Toy Story has been a franchise that you have enjoyed in the past, I don't think there's any reason for you to not enjoy this one. I would definitely say it's better than Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 is an odd one because the things that it tackles and it wants to you know, discuss are cool. It's just that, like, again, it was the unfortunate one that had to come after Toy Story 3, which was really beloved and just felt like a really good way to like end the franchise. Like, no more Toy Stories. 1, 2, and 3 together on their own. Honestly, one of the most perfect trilogies that has ever been created. Honestly, or it would have been that. But we didn't do that. We kept it going, and so then so Toy Story 4, immediately people were just like, why are you guys making another one? The third one already ended things off perfectly. So people's sentiment towards it was already out of the gate not going to be very fair. And then the things that it was tackling, the themes that it was discussing, were ones that were just kind of way outside of the lane of what the first three had been talking about. So it didn't even really feel like it connected in a thematic sense to the previous movies. So, you know, even though, like, and again, Toy Story 4 is still like my least favorite out of all of them. If I do revisit it at some point, I feel like I probably would feel a little bit more fair towards it, have maybe a little bit more of a favorable opinion of it. But as it stands, I would still say it's like, I don't even know how I would rank the Toy Story movies. Honestly, 4 would be at the bottom. Then I want to say maybe it would either be like 1 or 3 next. 3 was definitely the one that I watched the most. I don't know. But yeah, I would still say that Toy Story 4 was my least favorite one. But again, that's not really, it's not really fair to it. So I don't know. One day I will get back to it and maybe give it another fair shake, but that is not today. All right. So, let me go ahead and let's get the game started here. All right. And let me get the game audio going. And then let's kill the BGM. There we go. And then Altera. Boom. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Man, I got so much EXP here that I need to do something with at some point. Okay. Give me all of these, why don't you? Alright, got a bunch of foos, that's nice. And a bunch of rare prisms, okay, sure. And a crystallized lore. Ain't that special. Okay, and then whose banner is going? Who in the fuck? Hibiki and Shikagi. Azumi no Isora. Huh. Interesting. When is the summer event supposed to happen too? Oh wow. Fucking fucking Kyo is there like the entire time, huh? I see how it is. Okay. Let me do my free friend point poll while I'm here. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know who these girls are, but sure. I'll go ahead and throw a single Saint Quartz out to try and get them. I bet you I'm gonna win. Oh, what the hell? I can't believe I got the dagger. Wow, who would have thunk that's how it would end up going? All right, well then, I think with that completely completely out of left field disappointment of a pull from FGO, let us get back to Traum. So, I won't lie, I don't even remember what happened last time. It's been a couple weeks, so yeah, we'll just have to get ourselves back up to speed here. Don Quixote de la Mancha's departure. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. I can't for the life of me remember what we were doing. So, get me back up to speed here, game. Already, we're off to a great start with the with Don Quixote and Sancho immediately. I've been flip-flopping on their voices like the entire time. First I started off with Homer Simpson and Marge. Then I switched to Bob Belcher and Linda. Now I'm wondering, should I do Peter Griffin and Lois? Just go through all of the cartoon sitcom couples before I land on one that I actually want. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's see. Lois and Peter. I see. So you want to save your companion, Vlad III? Oh, Count Vlad the Great Hero of Romania. Don't forget that he's also known as Vlad the Impaler. Maybe he can be reasoned with. I feel like I can do Peter and Lois like at least to a similar degree, whereas with Homer Simpson and Marge, I could do a better Marge than Homer. Then with Bob and Linda, I could do a better Bob than Linda. And now I feel like with Peter and Lois, they're both about on par with one another. Don't worry, he's a very calm king. You'll be fine as long as you don't call him a vampire. His moves still remind me a hell of a lot of the dead apostles, though. No, sir, you can't trade places now. They'd notice the difference in your auras immediately. Yeah, I guess you're right. At any rate, we certainly can't leave him like that. The fact is, the righteous realm needs all the strength it can get right now. All the more so with wisdom and intelligence. Is this a Lois Griffin? I can't even tell now, man. I see. So you require someone with a great deal of military expertise. How's it going, Drew? Hope you're doing all right. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope your weekend's been treating you right. That reminds me, I think I want to make my camera a little bit smaller here. Yeah, why not? And then let me move the chat up slightly. There we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. How's it going, Drew? Hope. What have you been up to today? Hopefully, it was cool and sick and dope. We do. You know what's funny? If I do commit to the Peter and Lois voices for Sancho and Don Quixote, is the fact that Sancho is a horse, and like one of the Family Guy memes is Lois going, "Peter, the horse is here." So you know what? I think I'm gonna go with that. I think I'm gonna go with Lois and Peter just for that, just because it's funny. Was playing Mecha Chameleon with some friends. I've been seeing that game. It looks fun, honestly. You know, I feel like every maybe 2 out of 5 friend slop games I actually think look decent. So Peak is a good friend slop game. I think, what's that other one? Golf, Battle Golf? I think that's a good friend slop game. Mecha Chameleon, good friend slop game. There was this one friend slop game where I think it was I don't know, it was something about butts, your butts were really huge and you were supposed to slap each other's butts and shit. That one, ironically enough, was ass. It was not good. Yeah, the butt one. Yeah, it was not good. That was not a good one. Oh, and then there was this one where it's you're it's TSA agents versus terrorists or something like that. That one was horrendous. Even the butt one was better than that one. That was garbage. Oh, but yeah, Mecha Chameleon actually looks fun. I think I'm gonna try it at some point with some folks. But, yeah, looking forward to that. I am educated in many fields, so far I've been able to keep us locked in a stalemate, but I can take us no further. I can't see a path to victory for us. So then, the best course of action we have is to save Vlad III, and if possible, to treat him. Would you mind letting us handle this? So what you're saying is that you have a healing and or restorative noble phantasm strong enough to return Vlad III to fighting form. Am I correct? I can't promise it'll work flawlessly. To be perfectly honest, it will be a gamble. A gamble? You know gambling is bad, Sancho. Oh, that's a bad Peter Griffin. I have to agree. There are any number of mages who have ruined themselves by taking major risks. Really? There are? Yeah, right. I suppose you wouldn't know since you grew up sheltered in Chaldea. As a rule, my girl, mages are arrogant creatures who think they can bend all of creation to their will. The majority think that way. It gets worse the more talented they are. I see. I suppose that makes sense since Magecraft can do what would otherwise be impossible. It's fun, I have seen some cheeky spots because the game is a test of your art skills. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I seen one where it was there's this hallway that's completely black, and someone just made themselves float in midair, and then they just painted themselves black. So if you looked straight on at them, you couldn't see them. But if you were to go all the way towards the edge of the hallway, and then you look up, you would be able to see them, because they weren't in the shadows, they were just in front of them. And that's honestly, I couldn't even be mad at it, because it's you know what, that's pretty clever, alright? It's a little cheesy. but it's funny, so I'll let it slide. What's up, Yoshiki? Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you stopping in. The VA, is that the veteran, the Department of Veterans Affairs, you mean? Seen that one? Color yourself as the void. Exactly. Literally now, when you stare into the abyss stares back. Seen someone do that, but they were metallic while trying to do that. Metallic? Like they were a metallic black? That's kind of funny. Voice acting VA. What, me? Dow. I just do silly voices while reading words. I mean, hey, I guess that makes me about as good of a VA as Chris Rock, because literally, you know, for you youngins in the audience, that was a little bit of a controversy back in the day when the Madagascar movies were being made. Chris Rock just came out and was like, "Yeah, voice acting's so easy. I just go into the booth, I read words, and then they pay me." And yeah, lots of voice actors back then were like, "Hey, no, shut up." All right. Any chance the viewers join the voice acting? No. Yeah. Sorry, Yoshiki. No, there's no audience joining of the games. Besides, we already have like a gaggle of LARPers that just kind of like show up and every so often and kind of pretend to be, I don't know. They're an odd bunch. And sometimes I think that they might just be all a single person with like 7 sock accounts or something like that. And whenever they work up the care to show up, they show up and they decide like, I don't know, I'll use this account and whatnot, because they all talk the same. And the incoherent speech to text style way of typing, and so I'm just like, you guys can't all be like this, like all of you. So I don't know, but there's been times when some of them actually like speak like normal humans. So I don't know, I keep them around because they're harmless enough. But yeah. And since they think there's nothing they can't do, they get carried away and think they'll come out ahead every time they take a chance. Their magecraft lets them see others cheating and helps them notice patterns and trends. So they figure they can use that advantage to cheat and win at just about anything. Basically, there's no scenario in which I don't come out on top here. That tends to be how they start thinking. But it's called a gamble for a reason, right? That's right. In a fair and impartial game of chance, a mage has the same chance of winning as they do of losing. And yes, that means about half of such wages will win those gambles. But when a mage wins big, what do you think they'll do next? Bet the farm, as they say? Exactly. Strangely enough, they believe they've already won the next round as well. You really know what you're talking about there, Chubbs. Makes sense. Gamble and lost. No, I didn't. I absolutely won. That's why I'm still alive and even under these circumstances. The fool. Fu is saying, way to look on the bright side. Thank you, furball. Wry laughter. Gonna grind WWZA. I don't know what that is, but good luck with the grinding. Just want to drop in and say, hey, hope you have fun. Oh, you're both leaving? Oh, so maybe you guys are also sock accounts as well. It wouldn't surprise me if my audience is actually maybe just like 2 or 3 people with a bunch of sock accounts. Or just one person with a whole bunch of sock accounts. I mean, I can't confirm. I can't confirm. Like, it's I know that Cybic exists. I've seen him. So maybe y'all are just Cybic's sock accounts. World War Z Aftermath? I think I might have heard that at some point. But good luck with the grinding. Hope it goes well, and I hope you achieve all of your World War Z Aftermath dreams by doing so.
Ahem, returning to the point after your leader, he is your leader, right? Anyway, as diverting as his remarks were, I'm afraid they've also gotten us a bit sidetracked.
I didn't know he had such strong opinions on gambling.
I see. So he gambled everything he had and lost.
That poor man.
At any rate, yes, this will be a gamble. Let's see. I'd say there's a 30% chance of the noble phantasm working as we hope.
It's just sounding less like Lois and more so like fucking like an old Harley Quinn or something. Or like a really chill Linda Belcher. Man, how come I can't do any of these voices? Maybe I should just try and do like Peggy and Hank Hill at this point. No, I can't do a Hank Hill to save my life, honestly. Grinding the FGO event and cooking takoyaki for dinner? I thought you were grinding World War Z Aftermath. Dual wielding gotchas? Damn. I don't know if World War Z Aftermath is a gacha, but I thought I remember seeing some sort of zombie gacha game at some point. Takoyaki, but that'd be nice. Dual grinding, hell yeah. Yeah, cause like Hank Hill is like I'd say there's a 30% chance of the noble phantasm working as we hope. Third-person shooter? Oh, I see. Okay, very nice. Noble phantasm working as we hope. Nah, I can't do a Hank. One of these days I might learn how to do a Hank Hill. Should I go back to Linda and Bob? If I did Linda and Bob, it'd be like, let's see. What's Linda? Linda's like oh my poor babies, or something like that.
Wow, he's really good.
Let's see. I'd say there's a 30% chance of the noble phantasm working as we hope. It's kind of amusing, honestly. Maybe I'll do that. Or maybe I'll just like switch. I'll switch between all of the cartoon sitcom couples' voices whenever I so desire. A 50% chance that it'll fail and have no effect, and a 20% chance that it'll go disastrously wrong and damage his spirit origin. It's also just fun to do Linda. What do you say, Lord Raleigh, Master of Caldia? The choice is yours. Are you willing to risk it for that biscuit? This is actually really fun. I might stick with Bob and Linda. I am. You sure about this? I mean, I know Vlad can't make the call himself right now, but it's what I'd want if I were him. I see. Honestly, hats off to you. I actually mean that. All right, sir. Well, you're not listening, sir. We're headed out. Bobby, listen to me. And then Bob is like, I gotta get my voice up into my nose like I have a cold or something like that. Out. Yes, out! We're going to destroy the restraints Vlad III placed on himself by using our noble phantasm. You never listen. You mean Valiente assalto dedicado a la princesa? No, not that one. Oh.
There's no way our weak noble phantasm could destroy Count Vlad's stakes.
Then, do I really have to go?
That, sir,
Yes.
is a secret.
What? Such lead! She's got a real impish side to her, doesn't she? That's classified. Are you alright, Kadok? Do you have a headache? Oh, no, I'm fine. Ugh. I hate myself sometimes. Same, brother. Damn it, Kadok, stop wasting your mental energy on things you can't change already. You gotta stay cool, calm, and collected. Just think about what you can actually do. That's the best possible thing you can do for yourself right now. That aside, Holmes isn't any different, is he? I thought I was doing a good job of acting normal and not looking at him unless I had to. But, damn it, it's no use. I've got to save the thinking for when he's not around, like usual. The risks are just too great. I shouldn't even think about trying to figure out what the world's greatest detective might be. Demir, hey, how's it going, my guy? Hope you're doing good. It's been a while. Hope all has been well and groovy for you. How was your Saturday? Or I don't know if in your part of the world it's still Saturday, but how's your weekend been? I will say. Yeah, cold. Kadok. Sorry, I just suddenly got chills. It felt like someone was pouring ice down my back. Ice, you say? Maybe it's a caster's curse or something. Yeah, ow!
What's wrong, Lord Kadok? What you doing over there? Stop being silly.
You okay? You eat something funny? You know, when I was alive, I once ate a lizard and told everyone, when I was alive, I once ate a lizard and told everyone it was dragon meat.
Oh yes, that was a good one. A shame it didn't make it into the story.
I guess Cervantes didn't want to include any weird food stories. No, it's not that. I'm good with food. What is it? What are you doing? Doing great? Nice. That's fantastic to hear. We like hearing when people are doing great or fantastic or wonderful or any combination thereof. Just let it go, okay? It's nothing. I'm fine. Ha 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 ha. Perhaps we'd better leave well enough alone then. Won't want our teasing to come back to bite us. Now then, Mr. Raleigh, I take it you've made up your mind? Then we should leave right away. But what will you do about your throne? We can't exactly declare that Charles the Great is going on an expedition and leaving his castle undefended. I'll take over while you're gone.
We'll be fine. I mean, it's not that I'm not worried, but Roland will probably do a better job than me, at least. There's something lovely about improvising when you're low on personnel.
Feels like we're sticking a finger in a dike here. Whoa. Gordy! During Pride Month? Holy shit. Though, granted, some might say you should do that especially during Pride Month, so, pick your poison, I guess. Sneak. Hey, how's it going, Patat? Hope your weekend has also been treating you right. How's it going? How's your Saturday going?
Okay, we made it out.
I gotta say, I don't love how easy it was for us to get past our own realm's security. I'm getting nervous about this too. Are we sure nobody else knows the truth?
Don't worry. And if and when they find out, we'll just have to end the charade.
How very stout-hearted of you.
Oh, believe me, it takes the very stoutest of hearts to accompany my sir on my little Bobby on his adventures.
Can't have the great story of Don Quixote without Don Quixote and, of course, the trusty Sancho, you know.
Okay then, let's get going, sir.
I'm exhausted. You want some water, buddy?
Yes, sir, have some fruit-infused water.
Thank you, Sancho.
I'm sorry to interrupt your break, but I'm detecting hostiles nearby. Did you hear that, sir? We've got enemies here.
Oh, enemies, huh? Good thing that water put me right as rain then. So when it's go time, I'm gonna essentially switch him over to being Archer instead of Bob, because I mean, well, Bob does get animated, so I suppose I don't need to, but I'm more used to hearing John Benjamin shouting as Archer than as Bob. Good thing that water put me right as rain then. Okay, Master Caldia. Time for you to see just how I became the legendary Don Quixote de la Mancha. Come, Sancho. Come, Lynn.
Yes, sir. Let's give this a good go, shall we?
Okay, I'm having fun with the Bob and Linda, so I think I'll keep it. I'm pretty sure that's what I switched their voices to being last time around. Oh, yay! More forced formations. Love it. All right, so it's just all archers. I can deal with that. Let's see. So, you know what? We haven't used, ooh, yeah, let's go. Let's use Brad. Hell yeah. It's been so long. Okay, and then let's see. We want one summer. Yes, sir. That's right. Okay, and then on the backbone, we'll put, where's Aresh? Yeah, we'll go ahead and put Aresh. And then, them, and then, let's do a 4. What 4-star Lancers do I have? Oh yeah, we got Pysen. Yeah, sir. Let's go. Let's go. All right, and then on the back we just load them up with these. Oh, never mind. Can't do that. So get fucked, everyone else. All right, let's go. Okie dokie. Battle 1 of 2. I see. Okay. You know what? We'll do this. Okay, and then we'll do this. Alright. And then, what does this do? Increase quick car effectiveness and buster car effectiveness. Apply guts for yourself. Alright. Do that, and then wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Alright. And of course, we play Brad's MP at normal speed. The only one in the entire game that we play normal speed. And if you don't know why, you will find out right now. You're welcome. Swing. Oh. Big boy, I see. Sure, why not? Okay. And then apply guts, increase defense for yourself. Why not? Then we'll do this. This. MP gauge, sure. And then usable only when your MP gauge is 30% or higher. Set your MP gauge to 0. Increase MP gauge for all allies excluding yourself. What does your MP do? Deal significant special attack damage to a single enemy. Reduce your HP by 1,000. And crit strength for all allies. Interesting. Interesting. All right, you know what? Since you're single target, I will try a hold on to your shit. So let's go ahead and do a brave chain here. Swing. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see you shine, Bob and Linda. Oh, okay then. Sure, why not? Yes, sir, and yes, sir. All right, I've never seen Don Quixote's Noble Phantasm. Let's see. Oh! Swing. Hey, look at that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nice. Just like that, boom goes the dynamite. Okay, 1 second. I really gotta go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Okay. Alright. Thank you all for waiting patiently. I have returned. I was almost scared because I forgot that I had put my towels into the washing machine. Well, right now they're in the dryer while the stream was going. But I did still have like a little hand rag in there, so all good. Alright, let us continue on. Alright, Bob. Gotta tune the Bob here. Oh my god. Victory is ours! Well now, I am genuinely surprised at how strong you have proven yourself to be. Hey, depending on who you ask, Don Quixote's more famous than King Arthur. True, but that alone can't explain this strength. The story of Don Quixote is replete with tales of his exploits, but each focuses upon his very human limitations. For example, when he charged at those windmills he believed to be giants, both he and Rocinante found themselves sent flying for their troubles. Hey now, I won some of the time. My apologies. As they say, you did indeed win some and lose some. But regardless, the story never once depicts him as surpassing his human limits. So then does that mean this strength comes from being a king of a realm? That's exactly it, yes! You might be thinking that at long last, my sir's true power as a knight has been awakened. But no, he's just enjoying the benefits that come with being a king. More specifically, the Holy Grail support. That's one hell of a benefits package. Man, this is a lot stranger than I was expecting. I guess this means the other realm's kings must be really damn strong too, especially with the Holy Grail backing them up. They are indeed. This power can transform an ordinary soldier into a warrior worthy of being sent to Valhalla, or a true warrior into a hero. So if an existing hero would obtain this power, there's no telling what might happen. And the other realm's kings are Creamfield and Constantinos the 11th. Creamfield is legendary for her vengeful nature. We can assume her combat prowess is unrivaled. Constantinos is famed for protecting his city from a prolonged siege while outmatched and outnumbered. He will make for a formidable opponent as well. And I'm an old farmer from the sticks who's dangerously close to the age of retirement. And a seasoned king errant. Can we at least agree on that? Of course, sir. I think it's wonderful that you never stop dreaming. Right? Wait, does that mean this is a dream after all? No, sir. This is all very real. We'll be there soon. Are you sure you can do this? What do you think? Can I do this? Yes, sir, you absolutely can. She says I can. They say they can. I heard. You don't have to tell me again. I don't have to tell him again. Are you sure we can count on this guy, Holmes? Oh, yes. Tell me, Mr. Forgive me, how should I address you? Miss is fine, Lord Holmes. You can call me whatever you want. Very well then. Tell me, Miss Sancho, is this noble phantasm meant for support? It is. A noble phantasm belonging to Don Quixote that can neutralize Vlad III's current condition. I take it this is one of the things better left unsaid. I know an English gentleman would understand. Of course it won't stay secret for very long, though. Oh boy. Silly things happening here. Always, though. Alright. Damn, we really just hightailed it, didn't we? Hold on. Now what do I got? Jesus Christ, why do I have so much stuff? Hey, sure, give me one of these. And one of these, and one of these, and one of these. Interstice Town. Okay. A bunch of Zerkers. Wow. So I can do a whole bunch of foreigners. Let's go. Hold on. Well, I already have one. How about that? So yeah, let's go ahead with that. But she is more of a buster. Support. So let me go ahead and grab. There we go. Double Koyanskaya. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, that all looks good. Schwing. There he stood, as though impaled himself. Caked in blood and buffeted by the wind, he looked like nothing as much as a rotting corpse. But he was still alive. Both the Reinstatement and Revenge realms used to do battle here, right? So how come neither of them have taken him? Take a closer look. What's the rock for? Oh. The moment he detects something moving nearby, he activates his noble phantasm automatically. He must have pre-programmed, for want of a better word, his mind when he staked himself. Damn, he really is a monster. Hey, that's uncalled for, my guy. I don't mean it like that. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine the strength of his mind. Remember how powerless we were in that chaotic mess? I'm pretty sure we couldn't think about anything except running away. The same goes for me as well. While I do think I would have come up with the same idea to seal myself away, I am not nearly so experienced in battle that I would also plan ahead to include a means of self-defense. Still, we have to do something to shut that system down, or we won't be able to help him. Then I suppose we shall just have to keep him occupied in combat. In the meantime, I would like you two to use your noble phantasm on Master's signal. Can you do this, Mr. Relly? Definitely. Call me Emmy from Dragon Tales. Watch out. It'd be ridiculous to make it this far only to have our own servant kill you. Alright, let us help Count Vlad settle down. Do it. Come on, Vlad. You got it. You're bugging. You're wigging out. You gots to chill. Oh, he's just there. Alright then. Of course he's got guts. Why wouldn't he? Alright. This. Okay. And then we'll do a little bit of this. Okay. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. Wait, hold on. Plot armor. Let's go. Alright. And then boom. And then boom. Okay. Then we're gonna do this. And then this. And then this. Here she comes. Oh, shucky ducky. Ooh. Ooh, I like what I saw there. Yeah? Sure, go for it, my guy. Okay, and then let's see here. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Uh-huh. Alright, alright. Oof. Okay. You're getting a little you're getting a little cringe here, my guy. You need to chill. Alright, and then Woo! And then, oh, but he's got, oh, 200. Come on, man. Oh, get fucked, buddy. Okay. Okay, and then. And then, let's see. Boom. 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 Oh, okay. We're getting a little low here. I'm starting to not like this so much. Okay. Let's see. Do this, then this, and then this. Okay. Well, there she goes. Oh, and now the normal music is back. Okay, Cuckoo. You gotta help me out here, girl. Let's see. Yeah, expend the sea stars. Why not? Okay, and then do not expend. And then we'll do this. So that I can have some semblance of a chance of surviving. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom. Okay, and how many more times is this guts going to initiate? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. One left. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. And alright. Let's do this. And then we'll do that. And then that. And then that. Little Red Dead Redemption. Let's go. Damn. Oh, we're done. Okay then, sure, why not? I'll take it. I could have taken him though, man. I was almost there. Oh, but I guess we don't want to kill him. That's not our intention. All right, whatever. Sorry, got a little lost in the fog of war. Now. Understood. Okay, Bobby, close your eyes just like I told you. Right. Go back. Books end, dreams conclude with the cold splash of reality. All fades into the past like a passing fever. We must abandon our dreams that we might more fully live our lives. Activating Noble Phantasm, return to reality. So funny. Trista Gentile Alonso Quizano. I can't get over the fucking Linda voice.
All magical energy in the vicinity is decaying rapidly. Vlad won't be able to maintain his existence if this keeps up.
Correct. That is this noble phantasm's power.
What?
As I suspected, the words she used were return to reality. What she has done here is return Count Vlad to 17th century Spain. No singularity, no magecraft, no mysteries, just peaceful, ordinary Spanish countryside. The land where Don Quixote spent his life.
Wait, slow down. Mystics should have been stronger in the 17th century than they are today, not weaker.
Both eras are well within the margin of error compared to the Age of Gods, but yes, you may well be right. But remember, Gordolf, those mystics were only measured on a worldwide scale. This noble phantasm is much more limited in scope. It forces a servant to return to a remote part of the world where no magecraft or mystics have ever been observed. This weakens the servant's contracts with their master and cuts off the magical energy they need to maintain their very being. It even neutralizes skills such as independent action. You see, Vlad III simply did not exist in 17th century Spain. And of course, this also means whatever ability Moriarty used to brainwash him will fade away like a dream. Oh.
All of that said, I'm afraid this is as much as we can do. You see, this noble phantasm has one major flaw.
It does? What, huh? Yes, if we use it for too long, we'll disappear ourselves. I see. So that's why I feel so at peace right now.
And you're okay with that? Cut it the hell out!
Okay, that's enough. No more noble phantasm. Abort, abort!
Jeez. Good, none of them vanished. So the noble phantasm's effects are still somewhat present. Then Count Vlad's desire to rebel should be gone now, just as Miss Sancho planned. Though the state of his combat abilities remains unclear. Count Vlad? You good? Here, I never thought I would see my master ask after my health. I suppose it just goes to show how far I let myself go, so to speak. I'm relieved to see you've returned to your senses, Count Vlad. What about your inclination to rebel? It has subsided considerably. Hold on. 7, blah, blah, I want to suck your blood. Let's, yeah, I gotta, I feel like I'm going too far into like a Russian accent, and not enough into a stereotypical Count Dracula Romanian accent. It has subsided considerably. The seeds are still planted in my mind, but they are sufficiently weakened that I can control them. Still, how did you do this? I wasn't expecting to be rescued until after this singularity had been repaired, if at all. Well, I would love to tell you all about it, but we are still in enemy territory. Why don't we vacate these premises first? Good idea. This whole ordeal actually got me sweating.
All's well that ends well.
Sure is.
Hang on, you guys do realize you almost vanished, right? What if you had? Wouldn't that have brought the righteous realm to the brink of collapse?
Don't worry, Lord Kaddock. That would have been a grand adventure in its own right. Yay for adventure!
Yay for adventure!
Come on, really, say something.
Yay for adventure!
That's not what I meant, damn it. Affectionate gaze.
Affectionate gaze. Oh, that's so funny. I love it. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, and that's that whole section done. Look at that. Tearstone of Blood. How on theme. Okay. Vlad the Third's triumphant return. Ugh. Section 11. God damn. Why didn't they just make this a fucking lost belt? This is literally just a whole nother lost belt, man. I see. So it won't be possible for me to fight until the singularity is repaired.
I'm afraid I have one more piece of disappointing news. That noble phantasm took so much out of us that we won't be able to do anything for a while either. If we try to charge at a windmill now, we'd be knocked aside like a blade of grass.
Really, Sancho? Am I that weak now?
I'm afraid so, Bobby. Try charging Lord Holmes if you don't believe me.
Huh? Alright, I will. Here I come! Rah! Wavering briefly before simply reaching out a hand and stopping him by catching his head. Rah! Yeah! Oh my god. Phew. Oh. I suppose we could call it a draw.
Really? I want you to do a pratfall right now.
Okay.
That's it, well done.
Is this some sort of ritual with which I'm unfamiliar? Wordlessly popping a headache pill. Come on, man. You gotta have a little whimsy in your life, bro. Not everything's gotta be so serious all the time. So you concluded that you required my wisdom, even at the cost of your powers as king of this realm.
Yes, we're simply not capable of taking things beyond this point. It was clear how things would end if either the other two kings were to launch a serious assault against us.
Even so, your unwavering willingness to give up the power you were given is no small thing. It was an act of either great selflessness or great selfishness. I'm sorry, that was no way to speak to my saviors.
Not at all.
Very well then, let's return so I can see the Righteous Realm City for myself. From here I'll survey your military capacity and... No, wait. I almost forgot something important I need to do first. And that is... this. Fucking kisses me on the lips. My true name is Vlad III. I am a servant of Chaldea, Berserker class. And now I have returned to where I belong. Good to have you back, Count Vlad. Thank you, Master. I may not be able to be your spear for the time being, but there are still things I can and must do to help.
Bobby?
That's it. That's exactly how a knight and his lord should have behaved.
I want that.
Ahem. Welcome home, sir.
It's just not the same. Oh.
One more word like that from you, Bobby, and I'll send you sailing straight down this mountain.
Well, I'm sorry, milady.
Better.
Cute. What was that all about? I suspect that was another of Miss Sancho's sides. Princess Dulcinea, most likely. One of the reasons Don Quixote sets off on his journey is in his titular story was to tell people far and wide of Princess Dulcinea's beauty.
It's a little embarrassing, but it's true.
Can you at least warn me before you transform like that? My poor heart can't take it.
Deal with it.
Am I the only one concerned about our current situation? Because it seems to me that losing Vlad III as a fighter is a major setback.
You're not wrong, but in this case, I also don't think it's the whole story. We have a good number of military assets to work with on both ends. Up until now, though, we've lacked the tactical expertise to make use of them. So, if Vlad can make up for that deficiency, then I think there are still some positives to be gained from this.
I guess that's true, but losing his combat prowess still hurts.
Don't worry. Stop worrying. Be happy.
All right, we'll be taking our leave here.
See you back at the throne.
Goodbye.
Very well then. Let's take a walk around the city. Mr. Rayleigh, Kadok, if you would be so kind as to disguise ourselves as servants once again, we could be on our way. Ooh, boy. Hotman. What was that? Were they trying to duke it out? Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. There's plenty of life here, but not much drive. Morale is fairly decent. And yet, on the whole, it's all too relaxed. There ain't nothing wrong with being relaxed. Why's everyone gotta harsh my buzz, bro? Come on. Just chill, daddy-o. Relaxed, I see. Since each realm's population is comprised entirely of servants, universal conscription is a genuinely viable option. Of course, we wouldn't want everyone to be perpetually mired in despair over the prospect of long-term war. For when those who should be helping to fight the war are no longer able to separate it from their daily lives, that's when weariness sets in. And when conflict is inevitable, weariness can and does lead directly to defeat. We were told earlier that the Righteous Realm's army is about to begin a training exercise. Shall we go pay them a visit? Yes, let's do that!
Hey, Relly.
Yeah, Kadok?
Do you think this training exercise is going to help much?
Nope.
Same.
Hey, Miami. Hope you're doing good. Hope your weekend's treating you right. Is anyone else showing up? How's your Saturday? Swords at the ready and slash. Draw aim. Loose. Yeah. See these spear skills? This is why they call me the Gale. Only you call you that. Grumble. Why can't I use rapid casting? I know I put in my dues as an alchemist and then some. Wait, don't tell me it's because my tongue is too short, isn't it? Man. Yeah, you need more room on your tongue for that gluttony tattoo.
Oh, they're all going at it a lot harder than I was expecting. Well, what do you know? I don't know much about combat training, but it looks like they're doing a good job.
This is even worse than I thought. What? Wait, why? I prefer to meet with the king, with Charles the Great before I say more. There's no sense having the same conversation twice.
Is it that bad?
It is. Let us say for the sake of argument that the situation was entirely in our favor, by which I mean imagine that the other two realms have waged out all war, and that one side succeeded in wiping out the other, but at the cost of the majority of their soldiers. Good, getting ready for your friendly role-playing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Impression of Dracula? Yes. Because this is literally Dracula. Even in that ideal situation, I can tell you that we still could not win. That bad? Oh. You two, it seems you already understand the problem.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, we are technically 2 of the 12 paladins, so we both have a decent amount of real military experience.
Isn't that the case for the other servants too?
Sure. Some of them used to be heroes or in the military or otherwise fought in some major battles.
The problem is they're all over the place. There's no unity or teamwork whatsoever. We can lead small teams well enough, but that's it. Astolfo and I couldn't possibly lead an entire army. What's more, Diarmuid and Zufu are only slightly better than nothing. From what I've been told, both Creamfield of the Revenge Realm and Constantinos of the Reinstatement Realm have full control of their armies. What's up, Aurora? Well, my comparison, our forces are no more than a motley crew of amateurs. In short, the entire fate of the Righteous Realm rests on whether we can transform this disparate rabble of servants into a unified army. We wouldn't be the first ones to do so.
So, how exactly do we do that?
Since the dawn of recorded history, there has only been one reliable way to turn soldiers into an army. Training.
I see.
And I do not mean the way it is being done now, wherein each servant does whatever they please. They need to be trained to work as a single army and operate as though they were all part of a single organism. If they cannot do that, then we have no hope of victory. Early impression for the character sounds like Seth MacFarlane. Seth MacFarlane, huh? Which is funny, because I was doing Peter Griffin earlier, but not anymore.
Alright, we will.
I'll put together an initial lineup and then adjust it over the course of the training. We need to know whether we would be best served by forming groups composed of all the different classes or of a single class. What sort of units we need, what is it we lack the most? Everything. We must review every detail. Hey, Sancho.
No, sir, you can't relinquish the throne.
How did you know I was going to say that?
Look, I'm not proud of this, but even I know I'm not the best choice for this job. Sancho is right. Unfortunately, I currently lack the strength to stand on the front line myself. More importantly, you have already claimed to be Charles the Great. You're talking gibberish? If you say so. None of the other servants here would accept me suddenly taking over as your successor. You are Charles the Great now, and there is nothing you could do about that. How's it going, Hikari? Hope you're also doing good. Hope you're having a good weekend. Escape is no longer an option. Even if the path before you requires scaling a sheer wall, you must find a way to crawl up and reach the other side. Whatever you do, you cannot fall. Use whatever lies or bluster you need to hold yourself in place. You are an emperor. You cannot change that. Okay.
It's alright, Bobby. Don't worry. If worse comes to worse, I'll figure something out.
Miss Sancho sounded fully confident in her ability to make good on her pledge. Based on his story, that should have been enough to set Don Quixote's mind at ease. But judging by the look on his face, he is positively racked with guilt. I expect all of you to attend the training tomorrow as well. That, of course, includes you, Master. While you won't be able to summon servants with so many watchful eyes nearby, as long as you don't have them use noble phantasms, you should be able to pass yourself off as a caster who calls upon shadow soldiers to fight for you. Got it. Hey, Katsuki, how you doing? Kadok, as a mage and master, I want you to provide advice. Damn, that's quite the job. I'll do my best. Holmes, you are a great detective. I am certain you can see things I cannot. Even if you may lack military experience, it would be a great help if you would keep an eye out for them. Will you? Of course.
There you have it, Master. Glad to have you on the team.
What about us? You two have the most difficult task of all. What's that? Wait and trust that we will complete your tasks. You are not to do anything more than that. Really? So I'm just supposed to do nothing? You are Charles the Great. You can neither reveal your true identity nor take part in battle yourself. Your job is to have faith in your subordinates. Yes, sir. Master Kadok, I urge you two to get some rest. I shall do the same. Oh, Master Kadok. There's a comma in there. Ah, man, it's still the middle of the night. Feeling a little restless, are we? I knew it. Where's Bob? Oh my god. Huh? Lord Relly? Is something the matter? I couldn't sleep. Ha! Well, elderly folks like me are notoriously light sleepers. You're much too young for that. Sancho!
I'm here, sir. Shall I make some cocoa then?
I knew you'd know what to do, my wonderful maid.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bobby. Okay, then I'll be back shortly.
How'd you end up pretending to be emperor anyway? It's a long story. I bet it is. And I bet we're gonna hear all of it. You see, one thing led to another, and here we are. That's really all it boils down to. Well, okay, we could use a little bit more detail than that. I knew I was a servant of proper human history, which immediately put me at odds with the other servants. I suppose you could say it was a stroke of luck. I was just about to say something to them when Sancho clapped a hand over my mouth and acted like we were on their side. Then, with what we learned by sneaking into the Revenge Realm, I knew things couldn't go on as they were. I may have been able to retain my body in that realm, but I would have lost my mind. I'm a coward, you see. It's okay, Don. I'm a coward, too. Man, I could actually say that line in proper context. Oh, boy. Oh man. Oh, I'm feeling tired. Feeling tired, but it's fine. Got like only 30 more minutes. We can do this. And the reinstatement realm wasn't much better. Their motives and methods may differ from the revenge realm, but they were still rebelling against proper human history. I agonized over what we should do, and ultimately, I decided to move to an area where neither realm had much influence. The next thing I knew, we were surrounded by other servants who felt the same way and ran away with us. It was Sancho who came up with the idea of creating a place for these servants. Servants on the side of proper human history. Me, all I did was run around in a tizzy. I was only useful on the few occasions we had to fight demonic beasts. And then I volunteered once we concluded that someone would have to be this new realm's ruler. What? And when I volunteered once we concluded that someone would have to be this new realm's ruler. Jesus, man. That sentence sounds pretty admirable to me. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. For one thing, I wasn't even summoned in my prime. Both my mind and body are way past the sell-by date, if you take my meaning. I'm saying I'm old. My story both begins and ends with me as an old man. This is the only way I'm known. That's why I look the way I do. Haha, I was so nervous when I first pretended to be Charles the Great, I thought I was going to throw up. Seem a lot different than you do during the day. Because these lonely nights are the only times I can go back to being of a reasonably sound mind. Grim as that may sound.
Here's your cocoa, Bobby, Lord Relly.
Great, thank you, Sancho.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Ugh, nice and sweet, just the way I like it. This is delicious.
I'm glad you like it.
This cocoa is so good, I feel like it's making me forget I'm a knight.
Oh my, then I'd better take it away right now.
Please don't. This is one of the few pleasures I have at my age.
I was only joking.
Sounds like this whole run was your idea, Sancho.
Not at all. I only made a suggestion. I'm also one of the world's most helpful maids, you see. If my Bobby wants something, it's my job to make it happen.
All right, anytime she says like sir or, you know, something like that, I'm gonna just replace it with Bobby because it's funny.
He took over rulership of this realm because it was the safest position for him to be in. We'd be treated like any other foot soldier if we went on to fight on the front lines. And I didn't want us to die right after being summoned, so...
I pretty much only say indeed when I'm on the throne.
That hardly matters for royalty. It's rather like how teenagers see their parents.
You mean as a nuisance?
You need only be proud and domineering. That's really all a king or emperor needs.
If you say so. What do you think, Lord Relly?
I think it's really important you might have to take matters into your own hands.
So you think so too, huh?
Yes, that's true. One should take important matters into their own hands. And conversely, when they're not important, one should leave well enough alone.
Okay, I'll do that.
Basically, right now, you just have to stick to what you're already doing.
I guess so.
That's right, boss. Thanks again for the cocoa. I'd better head back now. Oh, are you sure you wouldn't like to talk a little more?
No, he should get some rest. He has an early morning tomorrow.
Good night. Was that a mistake?
It's hard to say. I'd have to work up the courage to apologize. What do you think of the Master of Chaldea, Sancho? We both know how terrible a judge of character I am.
I think he's a good person, and above all, I think he's very willing to forgive others their mistakes. So you do know what Chaldea coming here means, right? It means he and his companions have come a long way to be here, so there's no need to feel bad for them.
I know, but still.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about this, Bobby. It is all down to you. Though, of course, depending on how things go, an apology might be the last thing they need.
I guess we should head back to the throne. It's time to return to my duties as Charles the Great.
Oh boy. I got an itch on the inside of my nose. God damn, we just zooming again. Okay. Vlad the Third's triumphant return. Okay. Oh man. Everybody's gathered. Everyone's assembled.
Good day, everyone. My true name is Vlad III. I come on behalf of Charles the Great, who has asked that I lend my support to the righteous realm. Unfortunately, I have lost my own servant powers due to an extenuating circumstances. However, as a result, His Imperial Majesty has seen fit to trust me with full command of his army. You may consider me your general, marshal, or whatever high-status position suits you. If any of you object, speak now. I am glad to see none take issue with my leadership. Now then, without further ado, I would like to begin your military training. From this point on, you must act as a single army rather than individual heroes. Together, you will form multiple units, all of which will combine to create a unified armed force. I am of course aware that it will take more than my say-so to convince you of the merits of this new direction. I understand why this may concern you. Your individual exploits are what made you heroic spirits. I'm sure many of you believe you are strong enough to be better off doing as you please. Which is why I would like to start with a training exercise. I will form a unit of my own. I will keep its numbers to a bare minimum. Here is the scenario. My unit will defend the fortress and the rest of you will surround and attack it. However, my unit will also be receiving reinforcements. As the attackers, your objective is to break through our defenses and claim the fortress as your own. With such overwhelming numbers on your side, your victory should be all but assured. Failure is not an option. As you will begin with such a tremendous advantage, you will surely not refuse, yes? Yay! Vlad III's speech had the desired result. It lit a fire in the proud servants' hearts. Let's do this thing. You messed with the wrong servant. You're gonna regret this. That fortress is as good as ours. As these and other indignant war cries rang out, Vlad III instructed the casters to construct a temporary fortress. A fortress that looked and probably actually was much too flimsy to stand up to a servant attack. Nonetheless, Vlad III and his small force of servants entered and locked the gate behind them. In 3 hours, the battle would begin. The servants Vlad III chose for his unit ran around hurriedly to try and prepare as best they could. One or two seemed less than happy about having been selected, though. Yeah? Why don't you just suck it up? Oh my god, Diarmuid. Alright, They should carry out their duties faithfully, having been chosen ahead of time. Indeed. But if I may, Lord Vlad, can you tell me why you chose a siege? Because defense is where I excel. Because if we win, none of the other servants will have any right to complain. Ha ha ha! Now I see! Caster, really? Yes, sir? As I told you earlier, you can't have your servants use their noble phantasms, but you also don't need to defeat our opponents. So I'm guessing that means during the fights, I'm going to have my noble phantasms locked. That's going to be annoying. This battle will be a test of endurance. I urge you to take that into consideration when creating your lineup. I am adding Holmes, Roland, and Zhu Fu to your group. This fortress has intentionally been built with a hole in its defenses that could let the enemy easily occupy the entire fort should they break through. Our opponents will most likely attempt to claim victory through brute force at first. If and when that fails, they will eventually notice the hole in our defenses. But looking at it from a different perspective, if that is where they focus their attention, their assault will become quite predictable. Honestly, this is a whole bunch of like bullshit that I really feel like doesn't need to really be read. Wait for my signal, yes sir. Counting on you. Hey again. So like, before I'll be backing you up, but I'm not going to be doing any fighting myself. Why the luck? You think I'm trying to get off easy again or something? I don't exactly see you getting ready to jump into the fray either, you know. Bleh. What a brat. Okay, that's enough of that. Now hit us with that spell already, would you? Fine. Blah, blah, blah. And hop. What kind of chant was that? I love it. I love it. It's like in Tales of Vesperia when you do a thing that allows you to be able to just like just hack off your mystic arts really quickly. Rita, who normally has to like read out a whole incantation before she can do a spell, she literally just goes blah 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 and then just like just pops it off. It's fun. Oh, get off my case. It's not the words, it's the heart that goes into them, capiche? It didn't really sound like a heart was in it either to me, but whatever, I'm empty-minded like that. Are you sure you don't mean broad-minded? Having an empty mind isn't usually a good thing. Oh, there they come. This fortress has been built with a secret side gate on the right side of the back gate. It's not big enough for a wagon, but it could easily let a group of humans through. Or at least, that's apparently the plan scenario, and our opponents know about this as well. So we shouldn't have to worry about riders trying to make their way through. Instead, according to Count Vlad's estimations, we should expect to see servants who excel in close-range combat, like sabers, lancers, and assassins. Here they come! Yep, literally. Now! Damn it, it's an ambush! Fall back! Huh? You want us to fall back now? Ha ha ha! Alright, let's go down on them, shall we? Let's go to town on them, shall we? Damn.
Wee, beating up helpless targets feels so good. Nice strategy, losers. You just couldn't resist that sweet, juicy bait, could you?
That caster of theirs is just nasty. And what's with that hideous doll she's carrying?
You're dead.
Alright, it's go time.
Agreed! We've got about 5 minutes before Lady Shufu rushes in and starts punching faces. We must stop them before that happens.
Okay. So I have to use servants where I'm not going to be able to use their noble phantasms. So I need like a stall team essentially. Oh, and I guess I also am forced to use all right. Let me see. So assassins, sabers, and should I shouldn't use a berserker. That is not going to be a good idea. Maybe I should use a ruler. Send a ruler out there. Like Jean? Where's Jean? Ooh. Yeah, maybe. Although, well, we already have a ruler. Okay, hold. Pretender. Does anyone have a good pretender? Also, apparently I can't, okay. So I can't use any friend supports. Got it. I thought I had a DPS pretender. Did I just make it up? I might have made it up in my mind. Filter pretender. Oh. Well, I guess I'll work with what I can. All right, and then on the back, let's see. We'll take yeah, so an archer, saber, and right. Okay, you know what? Let's see. Put a Stalpo back there. Then we'll put Benny And then we'll put, yeah. We'll put, Brad there too. Okay. We'll do... no. This. Go. Let's see. %. You know what? We'll do like that. Well, hopefully we shouldn't get to that point, but we'll see. We'll see. And what other quick want some starting MP though. You know what? That's fine. That should be fine. Okay. Let's see what we can make happen here. I don't know if this is going to end well. 50. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do you do? Gain C stars, increase C star gather rate, slightly increase MP gauge, decrease HP by 500. Is that going to be on all his shit? Remove debuffs and decrease charm resist. Self. Remove buffs for all enemies. That's good. So wait, can Holmes and Roland use their noble phantasms, but I can't? Oh yeah, that's right, because okay. And then your MP, apply ignore invincible, increase attack and crit strength, significant damage to a single enemy, of course. And Holmes doesn't do any damage. So okay, let's see.
いい風だと思う？
Whoops. Okay then. Well, I guess we're doing that. Sure, why not? Oh boy. Okay.
そうかい？いいとも。咲かせてあげるよ。君用のベッドメリーおてんばりスプレー。夏だから特別だよ。
Nice. Hey, you know what? I get maybe it was good to put him on there. All right, I'll take it. Okay. Okay, and then boom. And then boom, boom. Wow, so shiny. Wait, what the hell? Why did he go toward... Interesting. They changed the way your where your attacks go now. It used to default to the front of the pack, but now it goes towards the back? Okay, interesting. Let's see here. Let me do some of that. Actually, some of that, and some of that. Oh, damn it. His thing lasted an entire turn. Okay, Okay, yeah. No, buddy, you really gotta go. So let me get him out of there.
初歩的なことだ、友よ。エレメンタリー、マイディア。
Okay. Yeah, so it's just a whip attack up and then attack strength up and then also decrease the defense of everybody. Okay. Okay. Rude, first of all. Let's see here. Okay. And then let's see here. And we'll do that and then that and then that. Uh-huh. Man, you guys all have the same Noble Fanta. Oh, and we're done. Okay. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay. I thought I would have to go for like 7 to 10 rounds or something like that. Retreat! Retreat! Damn it, I really thought this was a good idea. I can't believe we lost to this ragtag bunch. I've brought shame upon my order. You said it. How the hell did riffraff like this get the better of us? Riffraff, street rat, I don't buy that. Assholes, as I shove my MP up their asses. Yeah, you better run, you rat bastards. I'm coming to punch your lights out right now. I'm getting out of here. Don't think they'll be coming back anytime soon. Thanks, Shufu. Alright, it looks like our work here is done. It looks like things are playing out more or less as we expected, but let's go check in with Count Vlad to make sure. I am officially taking command of this army, and I shall be training you in what ways I deem best. I take it there are no objections. No, sir. He's a demon, I tell you. I still don't know what happened. It felt like there was nothing we could do to win. I can't believe I couldn't destroy one piddling fortress. Some hero I turned out to be. I expected this to happen, but it was truly impressive seeing it all play out. Oh. I expected this to happen, but it was truly impressive seeing it all play out. Oh, this is Sancho, by the way. That was terrifying. Terrifying. Are you two okay? Oh yes, we're fine. The castle's almost deserted right now. I never understood how terrifying a full unified army could be until today. Yes, Bobby. I knew saving him was the right choice. Now that Count Vlad is in charge of our military affairs, we should be more than equal to the task ahead. Indeed. So then... Yes, I think now is the time to make our own move after we discuss it with Count Vlad. Thank you all once again for your help. I gotta try and hone in on the Linda voice, because I feel like the tone is fine, but I really need to try and nail down like the way that she talks. Oh, and that is it. All right, and we finished up that section too. Cool beans. All right. Then I suppose with that, we'll go ahead and call it there for the evening. All right. All right. I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. Tomorrow we're continuing on with Genshin. We're doing the main story quest right now. The Sumeru one, like whatever's going on there. I kind of forget. It's all happening in like the desert and shit, and yeah, it seems like it's leading up to something. Of course, our girl Nahida has been incapacitated as usual, because I guess just all bad things always need to be happening to Nahida for whatever reason. whatever fuck-ass reason. So yeah, we'll be doing some Genshin tomorrow, so if you want to know when that'll be happening, follow my social, subscribe, or follow, and you'll know when we go live. But for tonight, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for me. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. And hopefully, with any luck, I will see y'all tomorrow. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.